100 Fascinating Facts about Mars. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun and is often called the Red Planet because iron-rich minerals in its soil rust and create a reddish appearance. Mars has a diameter of about 6,779 kilometers, 4,212 miles, making it roughly half the size of Earth. A year on Mars lasts 687 Earth days because the planet takes nearly twice as long as Earth to complete one orbit around the Sun. A Martian day, known as a sol, lasts 24 hours and 39 minutes, making it surprisingly similar to a day on Earth. Mars has two small moons named Phobos and Deimos. Scientists believe Phobos and Deimos may be captured asteroids from the early solar system. Mars has the largest volcano in the solar system, called Olympus Mons. Olympus Mons rises about 22 kilometers, 13.6 miles, above the surrounding plains. The base of Olympus Mons is so wide that it would cover an area roughly the size of Arizona. Mars contains the largest canyon system in the solar system, known as Valles Marineris. Valles Marineris stretches more than 4,000 kilometers, 2,500 miles, across the Martian surface. If Valles Marineris were placed on Earth, it would span most of the continental United States. Mars has a thin atmosphere composed primarily of carbon dioxide. The atmospheric pressure on Mars is less than 1% of Earth's sea level pressure. Because of its thin atmosphere, liquid water cannot remain stable on the Martian surface for long. Mars experiences dramatic temperature swings between day and night. Temperatures can range from around 20 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, during the day to below -100 degrees Celsius, -148 degrees Fahrenheit, at night. The average surface temperature on Mars is approximately -63 degrees Celsius, -81 degrees Fahrenheit. Mars has seasons similar to Earth's because its axis is tilted by about 25 degrees. Martian winters can be extremely cold, especially near the poles. The polar ice caps of Mars are made of both water ice and frozen carbon dioxide. During winter, carbon dioxide from the atmosphere freezes onto the poles, increasing the size of the ice caps. In spring, the frozen carbon dioxide sublimates directly into gas. Mars frequently experiences dust storms that can cover entire regions. Some Martian dust storms become global and engulf nearly the entire planet. Dust particles on Mars are extremely fine and can remain suspended in the atmosphere for weeks. The red color of Mars comes from iron oxide, commonly known as rust. Mars has lower gravity than Earth, only about 38% as strong. A person weighing 100 pounds on Earth would weigh only about 38 pounds on Mars. Mars lacks a global magnetic field like Earth's. Scientists believe Mars once possessed a stronger magnetic field billions of years ago. Without a strong magnetic field, the solar wind gradually stripped away much of Mars' atmosphere. Evidence suggests that ancient Mars was warmer and wetter than it is today. Billions of years ago, rivers likely flowed across the Martian surface. Ancient lakes may have existed in many Martian basins and craters. Scientists have found clear signs of dried river channels across Mars. Some regions show evidence of massive floods that occurred long ago. Mineral deposits on Mars indicate that liquid water once interacted with rocks. Clay minerals discovered on Mars often form in the presence of water. Large quantities of water ice are hidden beneath the Martian surface. Some underground ice deposits may be only a few centimeters below the surface. Mars is considered one of the best places in the solar system to search for evidence of past life. Scientists have not yet found definitive proof that life ever existed on Mars. Organic molecules have been detected in Martian rocks. Organic molecules are building blocks of life but do not necessarily indicate living organisms. The first successful flyby of Mars was completed by Mariner 4 in 1965. Mariner 4 returned the first close-up images of another planet. Early images revealed a cold, cratered landscape. Numerous robotic spacecraft have explored Mars over the decades. Viking 1 became the first spacecraft to successfully land on Mars in 1976. Viking 1 conducted experiments searching for signs of life. Results from the Viking life detection experiments remain debated today. Sojourner was the first rover to operate on Mars. Sojourner landed in 1997 and demonstrated the feasibility of robotic exploration. Spirit and Opportunity arrived on Mars in 2004. Spirit was designed for a 90-day mission but operated for more than 6 years. Opportunity exceeded expectations by surviving nearly 15 years on Mars. Opportunity traveled more than 45 kilometers, 28 miles, setting a rover distance record. Curiosity landed in 2012. Curiosity studies the geology and climate of Mars. Curiosity discovered evidence that ancient Mars once had conditions suitable for microbial life. Perseverance landed in 2021. Perseverance is collecting rock samples for future return to Earth. Perseverance explores the ancient river delta inside Jezero crater. Jezero crater once contained a lake billions of years ago. The helicopter Ingenuity became the first aircraft to achieve powered flight on another planet. Ingenuity far exceeded its planned mission objectives. The thin atmosphere of Mars made Ingenuity's flights extremely challenging. Mars receives less sunlight than Earth because it is farther from the Sun. Sunsets on Mars often appear blue near the Sun due to dust scattering light. The sky on Mars can appear butterscotch, pink, or orange depending on atmospheric conditions. Mars orbits the Sun at an average distance of about 228 million kilometers, 142 million miles. Light from the Sun takes approximately 12.7 minutes to reach Mars. Mars has many impact craters created by asteroid and comet collisions. Some Martian craters contain layered sediments that preserve clues about ancient environments. The northern hemisphere of Mars is generally lower in elevation than the southern hemisphere. Scientists call this difference the Martian hemispheric dichotomy. The origin of the hemispheric dichotomy remains one of Mars' biggest mysteries. Mars may have experienced giant asteroid impacts early in its history. Ancient volcanic activity shaped much of the planet's surface. Some volcanic regions contain lava flows hundreds of kilometers long. Mars has clouds made of both water ice and carbon dioxide ice. Frost can form on the Martian surface during cold nights. Mars occasionally experiences dust devils that tower kilometers into the sky. Some Martian dust devils leave dark tracks visible from orbit. Meteorites from Mars have been found on Earth. These meteorites were blasted into space by powerful impacts on Mars. Scientists study Martian meteorites to learn about the planet's history. Mars is one of the brightest objects visible in Earth's night sky. Ancient civilizations observed Mars and associated it with war because of its red color. The name Mars comes from the Roman god of war, Mars. Mars has inspired countless books, movies, and scientific studies. Human missions to Mars remain a major goal of space agencies worldwide. A journey to Mars using current technology could take around 6 to 9 months. Future astronauts may use Martian ice as a source of water and oxygen. Scientists are researching ways to produce fuel directly on Mars. Building habitats on Mars will require protection from radiation and dust. Mars remains one of the most explored planets beyond Earth. Every new mission reveals more about the planet's complex history and potential habitability. Despite decades of exploration, Mars still holds countless mysteries waiting to be discovered by future generations of scientists and explorers.